travel wolves in the building. We in another airport. A little layover. Little 6 hours, little 7 hour layover in the airport, you know. Nobody's around, as you can see. We got the whole place to ourselves. Just came in from the Dominican Republic. Now this airport doesn't have 24-hour lounges, unfortunately. So here we are, waiting for our airline to come over here in about 6 or 7 hours so we can catch our final flight, our final flight for the month to, you'll find out in a minute. You'll find out in a minute. But today's going to be story time. We're going to talk about this Airbnb Hostzilla. It's Airbnb host for hell. She was a straight BICTH, and I don't mean to find one, okay? So we're going to talk about that while I'm just sitting here with you guys. I got nothing else to do right now. I'm going to show you how a boss do. Got my tea from Lester's Diner. I ordered DoorDash. Who you know get DoorDash sent to them at the airport? See, I'm such a boss. I'm so ingenuous that even when I can't get, hold on a minute. Look at this. It might make the cup. It's going to make the cup fall over. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. I don't do many things with one hand like y'all. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. Hold on a minute. Okay. So, I decided to order breakfast. Now, I had two choices for breakfast. I had choice A was to get in an Uber and go to the restaurant. This means I got to pay both ways coming back. It's a $15 Uber ride there, $15 Uber ride back. That's $30. That's just for the Uber. Or I could just order DoorDash and sit here and wait for it to come. And that's what I did. We got breakfast. It's a little bit squashed. You know, it's a little bit squashed with just some eggs and hash. And I ordered some tea. It's just some eggs and hash, and I ordered some tea from Lester's Diner. Shout out Lester's Diner. This shit smells good as fuck. See, I ain't the only one here early. See, I ain't the only one here early. You know, there's plenty of people here early. There's people sleeping downstairs. I can't understand how they do that. I'm not about to sleep out here. That's crazy. Anyway, it's only 6 hours. It's only 6 hours to my next flight. So I talked to you guys for 2 of those hours. Then I only got 4 hours left. It go by pretty quick. You know, it goes by pretty quick. Because my flight is early. My flight leaves at 5 o'clock. So it wasn't really no point in getting a hotel. But I wish I was leaving from Miami airport this time, because they got the 24-hour lounge. A shower would feel really good right about now. You know what I'm saying? But as long as I got DoorDash, I can get whatever I want here. I can get food, alcohol, drinks. It's a bunch of taxis down there. And so, you know, see, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people here. Ironically. Nah, because I want to show you that, because people try to single me out for shit that I know people do for a living. People have to live like this for a living. And for me, it's just passing through. For me. But people have to live like this for a living. like They've been in the airport the whole day. Not in no lounge either. Let me see it finish my tea. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm getting breakfast delivered. You know, I should have probably went to the diner, but the thing was, I was kind of concerned about how I was going to get back because I don't know if this city, I don't know if this city's bamming like that, where there's Ubers all over the place. You know. So let me start with the story about the Airbnb Hostzilla. Hostzilla, that's what it was. Hostzilla, as in Godzilla. It's straight BICTH. All right, let's go. So, as you know, I left Lima, Peru. Right? I left Lima, Peru. I should have stayed in Lima though, or went to the DR. I shouldn't have went back to Colombia. I hate to say it, but I shouldn't have. It's just not as sweet the second time. It's really changed. They really fucked it up. But it's not my country, so I don't got no say in it. So anyway, I had already made plans to go to Colombia before I was even going to Peru. I was supposed to go to Colombia, not Peru, but then Zoe was like, come check out Peru. And then I was like, okay, bet. And then, you know, that kind of postponed Colombia a little bit. But I was already going to Colombia. Now, this Airbnb host, I really didn't pick them because of their place. Their place was kind of basic. Actually, last year, no, not last year, but 2 years ago when I was in Colombia for 6 months and I stayed in my secret city, I was going to stay at their place because I wanted to meet them because on their profile, they say that they work in film and TV, local film and local TV. And I was like, oh, wow, that's what's up. They work in local film and TV. That's somebody I want to meet. I want to network with them, you know? So I'll use the Airbnb thing as like a way to, you know, meet them. Make a connection. Make a connection in the industry, right? But when I was going to stay there 2 years ago, eating breakfast, nigga. I always got to have some ketchup with my eggs, though. Got to have a little bit of ketchup with my eggs. I can't eat dry eggs. So when I was gonna meet with them and stay there 2 years ago, I noticed in the photo they didn't have AC. And I was like, you don't got AC. I was like, you ain't got AC. I can't stay there. They was like, it's a fan and a cool breeze, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't stay there. That's how I know that furniture is 2 years old. Because it's the same picture from 2 years ago. The only thing that changed in the picture is it has AC now. They just put the AC in there. So, man, I can't wait to get some Waffle House tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm getting a Waffle House. I'm getting the Sonics. And I'm going to wash it all down with Golden Corral. Fat boy time. Fat boy time. These hash browns aren't that good, but I should have seen they had a Waffle House around here. Now that I will Uber to. I will Uber to a Waffle House. Oh, I want a Waffle House so bad. So anyway, yeah, I mean, hey, it's what I do. You don't have to stick around. So when I came back this time, I said, yo, I want to meet her. she's someone that I can network with. And I saw that this time her place had AC. So I booked it. Right? You know what? They must have got you, B, because there was a bunch of white people here a minute ago when I came. Like, they were sitting right there, but you can check me, bro. I don't got nothing on me. I'll do you, you know, you can look at me, Black. I don't got nothing on you. I got you, Black. I don't want you to think I'm fucking with you. No. You know what I'm saying? I honestly ain't see alone. I would not do that to nobody. Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm on my live. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta help the brother out. He's looking for his phone. Yeah, I would not see nobody like that, especially out here. Oh, you got the AirPods. You lost your phone. Yeah, oh, fuck. That's fucked up. You took the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Yeah, go. Take this one. You got your Mac with you to find it.
Hello? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What is that?
I left it in the Uber.
Oh, you coming back?
Yeah, come back. Thank you so much. I
No
appreciate
problem, brother. Stay up.
it. Yeah.
Had to help the black man out. He lost his phone in the Uber. So they coming back. I was like, you can search me because I don't got it. I'm not lying to you. I would never do nobody like that. I got two iPhones on me. This one and this one and this one. But I could understand what he was saying. He was like, was the phone here? I was like, nah, ain't no phone here. Maybe those white people got you because there was a bunch of white people here. You know, they like to steal. But anyway, so where was I at? I forgot now. Well, I booked her place for like 2 months. Because I was going to stay in Colombia for 2 months. But then, so okay. So I booked her place because I wanted to meet her. I left Peru, flew to Colombia. I came to Cartagena first, and then I had to go and get the van to the other city. So by the time I got to her Airbnb, it was kind of dark. So the first red flag I should have noticed was that she had some guy meet me. Well, I didn't know. Some weird Colombian dude in the middle of the dark. And when I pulled up, it was a holiday. So on her block, there was partying, there was music, there was dogs barking, all kinds of shit. So I was like, this is a loud fucking neighborhood. And he was like, oh no, it'll be okay tomorrow. It's just a holiday today. So put that on the list. It was already a loud neighborhood because it gets worse. So he's checking me in. And she kind of was lurking in the backyard, right? She kind of was lurking in the backyard. She really ain't said nothing to me. She just came in and was like, oh, I'm a smoker, and kind of like he shit. And I was like, okay, whatever, bitch. Where, let me see the whole place. So he's showing me the whole place. Now, mind you, the Airbnb host normally supposed to show you around. But she has some guys show me around. I'm going to get to that in a moment. I'm going to get to why that's important. She has some guys show me around. Okay? So, they leave. I lock up. I go to sleep. First night I go to sleep. Peaceful sleep. Wake up the next day, I start doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? The bed's comfortable. Got the AC working. It's a cool little spot. Got a kitchen. It's a cool little spot. So, I'm just staying there. One day goes to another. She starts checking in on me. Once in a while, I tell her everything's okay. I'm doing my thing. You guys see me doing my lives the way I always do them. I'm doing my thing. So, she tells me that, because it's like a whole apartment building. So she tells me that some other people are coming. Some Spanish dude. He's gonna be staying upstairs. And she wanted me to meet him. So I met him. He seemed okay. He was there because he just got a new job, but he ain't stayed there that long. Now, I didn't know if we could have guests or not. Because, some people are like, you can't have guests. And you're welcome, brother. Stay out of trouble. So some people were like, you can't have guests, So I didn't know if he could have guests or not. Hey, you want to thank me? Sub up to my YouTube channel. I need some subs. Sub up to my YouTube channel. The Travel Wolf, WILF on YouTube. The Travel Wolf, but it's WILF. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Travel Wolf, WILF though. Wolf is WILF. THE. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Oh no, not that. It's this. The Travel. Where you going?
I'm stationed in Washington State.
Oh, cool. I live in Hawaii.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, well.
Here I go. I must go ahead. You just hit subscribe, yeah. I'm not going to Hawaii though. I just came from Hawaii like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But I'm going to the state next to this one. I don't know if I know where I'm going, but I'm going next door. But
Thanks a lot again.
No problem, brother. I just wanted to let you know I wasn't fucking with you. Like, people would be like, I don't, it's going to be in their pocket.
It showed that it was still in the airport.
Yeah.
But he said he was just, waiting on.
Oh, okay. Cool, okay. All right. You have a good one. Thank you. So, anyway. So, okay, so. So I didn't know if we could have guests. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Because this guy, he brought a guest by. And maybe, it was another guy though. But still, they'd be funny about that. So maybe she says something to him about it. And
for your safety, please do not leave baggage unattended baggage will be
maybe she said something to him about it, and that might have been why he left early, because he was supposed to stay there for a while too, but he left early. Okay.
Transporting items without your knowledge.
So now I got some news that I had to leave early. I got some news that I had to leave early. And I was like, fuck, I gotta cut my trip short by like 2 weeks. I was like, fuck. So I wasn't trying to tell her yet, but I wasn't trying to tell her last minute either. You know? So I said, let me just sit on that for a couple of days. So then, now, the Spanish dude that came after me, she met him. She met him, and they both Spanish. So like when she had me meet him, he said something to her in Spanish. I don't know. You know, I gotta come out there and be fake and be like, hey, how are you? Oh, hey, man. You know, I don't come out there and be fake. You know, try to act like I'm a gullible guy. So he said something to her in Spanish. I don't know what he said to her. But I noticed that after what he said to her in Spanish, that's when the friendliness from her kind of like simmered down a lot. And then she was like, some other guys coming. Some young kid from France was coming. And he's gonna be there for a month. And he's a digital nomad, blah, 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 blah. But he turned out to be a nobody. He claimed he did like digital marketing, but he turned out to be a nobody. Because sometimes you meet people in the Airbnb that are digital nomads and they're really good at marketing. But when I looked at his stuff, he was a nobody. Nothing there. So anyway, now the French dude, I don't know what was going on with them. But something happened with them. I don't know if the French dude smashed or something. Something happened with them. I stopped fucking. I wasn't fucking with nobody like that. I wasn't fucking with the French dude because he was a bit annoying. He would always be trying to talk to me. And I'd be like, yeah, no, yeah, whatever, man. You know, and keep on walking. Like, he'll see me pull up in the Uber, and he'd be leaving, and then he'll turn around and try to come back and, like, you know, meet me, like, coincidentally, and I'd be like, oh, I'm busy, I gotta go. You know? So, but I think her and the French dude had smashed. And the French dude might have got a little bit too serious. I'm gonna tell you what happened. So one night I'm coming home. So finally, I said to her, hey, do you know some cameramen? Do you know some production studios? Blah, blah, blah. So she sent me some people, and she sent me a camera guy that I guess worked with her, because she kind of got like her own little production company. Or at least, you know, she thinks she does. So one day I was coming home, and her and the French dude, they're going out together. And I was like, oh, it's like that. And they going out together. So they went out together for the night. So I just went inside and bothered about it. After that, I noticed the friendliness got a little bit more simmered down. The friendliness towards me, it got more simmered down. So then, I told her, I said, yo, I need to leave early. I'm gonna leave early. I may not have to, but I'm gonna try to wait until the last day, which is this date, but I gotta leave. If things change, then I'll continue my stay. If not, I gotta leave. So she was like, okay. And she changed the reservation. But she was on some shit like, I wasn't expecting this, blah, 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 kind of like she already had the money counted. But you can't do that. You can't ever count the money until it's done. So the French dude was in there making breakfast one morning. And he was in there. I was like, what is he doing in here? He's in my place making breakfast. I was like, what the fuck? Because he didn't have a kitchen, so she let him in my place, which I found kind of weird. And he had made 2 plates, and I was like, but the 2 plates wasn't for me. It was the plate for her and the plate for him. Okay, so now all of a sudden, she tells me something like, I don't know why she's telling me this, but all of a sudden she told me, like, could I let her boyfriend in or something? I don't know what that was about, but anyway. I went and let her boyfriend in. So now I'm like the fucking doorman. And then she kind of had him come down and meet her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? She had him come down and meet her boyfriend. And I was like, what's going on? Because this is the first time I heard her say she had a boyfriend. I thought the guy that met me with her, I thought the guy she had meet me was her boyfriend, but it wasn't that guy. It's another guy. She got another guy that's her boyfriend. And so I'm like, why is she like trying to show people she got? I'm gonna get to what I think it is in a moment. I'm gonna tell you why the passport bro think is bad and how all this comes together. So I let her boyfriend in. He don't speak no English. Whatever. I'm cool. I'm friendly. I'm on my way out. I'm always on my way out. He comes down. The French guy comes down. He meets the boyfriend. Blah blah blah. I don't know what happened after that, because then you ain't see her no more. She wasn't there no more. She wasn't around no more. Like, I had to let another guy in. So like this other guy came. He was from Spain. And he came. And she was like, he kind of do what I do. He work in tech, blah, blah, blah. So I'm in my room chilling, and I hear the buzzing, and they're buzzing my buzzer, because it's a gate and you have a buzzer, but since you don't have no company, you don't really use it. I'm like, who's buzzing my buzzer? I'm not going all the way to the front to let nobody in. So she tells me, can you let him in? I'm not there, blah, blah, blah. So I get up and I go and I let the guy in. And I tell him he can sit on a little bench, wait for her to come. Because she was nowhere to be found. So she got me doing the doorman shit. She got me greeting people now and shit, right? So now this guy comes, and this guy, he smokes, so he's always outside. Every time I come out, he's outside smoking. He's smoking by my window, so I smell the smoke. It's really annoying. He's on the phone outside yapping. And I'm like, this shit crazy. Like, this nigga's outside my window yapping in Spanish and shit. And then I was just like, you know what? Just be easy, man. Just be cool. And I said to myself, that's why I'm glad I'm leaving early. So, now, this other guy, I really didn't think much of him, because I'm always leaving and coming. So when I'm coming in with my groceries, he's kind of standing there, and I was just like, yeah, what's up? So I don't know if he heard me or not, but he probably just thought I didn't say nothing to him and walked by. But it doesn't matter. So I saw him again another time, and I was like, hey, how are you? And he had his AirPods in, and he just ignored me. So I was like, okay, we're even, we're good. That's it. I don't gotta ever say nothing to him again. I don't gotta feel bad about it or worry about it, right? So then, I noticed that when he came, because he speaks Spanish too, I noticed that he came, that's when she started to get a little bit hostile towards me. Like talking about, like, okay, so here goes what happened. All right, now, the neighborhood is loud all the time. There's a guy who rides around in a cart selling vegetables, and he be yelling over the loudspeaker at least 4 times a day. He yells over the loudspeaker at least 4 times a day. right? You know about that. You know about that. And they got the dogs right next door. The dogs be barking all night. The dogs is barking all night. I come in, the dogs is barking at me. I leave, the dogs is barking at me. There's a stray dog. There's like a soy dog walking around. They barking. All the dogs is barking all night on the block, right? All night, all the dogs is barking. Then you got someone that plays music every Friday night. Every Friday night, you got someone that plays music from Friday, 5:30 to midnight. And I didn't mind the music because they were playing some good songs, you know, some 80s stuff, but most of it is Spanish stuff, and they just playing it all day. Friday, they play music all day from 5:30 p.m. to midnight, right? And I was like, man, this is too much. So, so I don't know. I was talking to one of my homeboys, and we was laughing and talking and shit. I was talking about my homeboys. I talk way crazier to my homies than I do to y'all. I talk way crazier with them. And she had came by and she was like, "Oh, can you be a little bit lower with your voice? It's kind of uncomfortable to hear you." And I was like, where did this come from? Now, why is that important? Because she told me when the dude from Spain was coming, she told me he was coming. And I kind of felt like she wanted to say something else. But I was just like, okay, that's cool. I'll try to be more quiet. And she was like, "Oh, you're already quiet. No big deal. Oh, it's okay. No big deal." I got the text message where I told her that. Because I know I was loud all that time, but I kind of felt like she didn't say nothing. So after I told her I wasn't going to stay the whole 2 months, now she's talking about I'm loud. I was like, oh, I see where that's coming from. So, okay. So now I'm pissed off because I'm like, you know what? What's wrong with this bitch? This bitch been doing a whole lot of shit. It's already noisy here. You know, I fucking fell out and almost broke my head open because the laundry room, she had a laundry room and it's like really narrow. And I tripped and almost hit my head on the sink. It was like some Final Destination shit because I got to shuffle sideways and I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my clothes and I fell like this and almost hit the fucking sink like this. The sink got an edge like it's concrete. Almost fucking stuck my head open with that shit. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. Doing my laundry, almost killed myself on some Final Destination shit. So, anyway, I was like, you know what? That's how she feels about it. I'm glad I'm leaving early. Cause then it also was the mosquitoes. You know, she was really close to the river, and when it rained, those mosquitoes were everywhere. Those mosquitoes were everywhere. So when it rained, you couldn't keep the window open. It was only AC in the bedroom, so you kind of kept the back door window open. It was like a big door with a gate, and you kind of kept the living room window open. You guys kind of saw the place a little bit. So anyway, let's get to the point. So that's the totality of it, okay? Now, I've been sitting in this chair for a whole month. 44 days with no problem. 44 days I'm sitting in this chair. You guys see me sit in the chair. I used to think I would be live and the chair would break while I was live and I would fall down. Oh my God. If that happened while I was live and show, I would never be able to move fast enough to get away from it. I wouldn't even be mad at that because that shit would be hella funny. I do have a bit of a sense of humor. That shit would be crazy funny. Like I'm like, that shit would be hella funny. I ain't even gonna lie. But so anyway, never had no problem with the chair, man. Never had no problem with the chair. 44 days I'm sitting in the chair. So I was already upset, man. I felt like where I felt like where the interaction, the social interaction between us went, it declined because of these Colombian dudes. The first dude was Colombian, the second dude was French, the other dude was from Spain, right? I think that I think that what happened originally was when I booked it as a black man, her first friend was like, "Oh, let me be there when this guy comes. You know, these black guys, the passport bros, they horny. He probably booked it to get at you. You a woman. He's coming late at night. He probably wants to attack you or, SA, whatever. So I'm gonna be there as like, let him know he being watched and, to meet him. Because she met everybody else by herself. That's why I was surprised to see that this other dude was her boyfriend. I thought that dude was going to come up every time she met somebody. So she met all the other guys herself. I was the only one that she met with a guy or had a guy meet. And I think it's because of the passport bro thing, right? Because they think like we come in there to prey on their women and we booking the place with women. And, they really think a lot. They really think a lot. Like their mind is crazy big. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think what ultimately happened was, and the funny thing is, it was the French dude that probably ended up smashing, because she went out with him like they was going out on a date, and I never said anything like that to her. I wasn't really interested in her. She a bit nerdy and goofy looking, she a little bit nerdy, goofy looking, and so. She wasn't bad like her neighbor. Oh my God. There was a couple of Colombians that lived there, and one of them was a neighbor. I only saw her once. They only let me see her once. That bitch was bad. If that was the host, I would have definitely been pushing her. I would have been pushing her for that bitch hard. That bitch was bad. They only let me see her once. I ain't never see her again after that. But so that's why the passport bro reputation is bad, because they just think that we just come in there for sex, man. You just really come, like they didn't think, oh, maybe he's lived here before. Nobody thought that. They just thought he's coming here to fuck. He's coming here to meet women that maybe are regular women to fuck, or he's coming here to get shenanigans. He's coming to go to shenanigans or whatever. They just like, why is he here? Why ain't he with the other niggas, and why ain't he with the other blacks in Cartagena or Medellin? Why is he here? So anyway, I think that the other guys probably asked her, or probably started telling her, like, why you allow him to stay here? Why you deal with him? Why you like black guys? Like shit like that. Like, but in an embarrassing way. I don't know how they would say it, but some type of way, like, she shouldn't be dealing with someone or stick with her own kind, or even though that's not what's going on, that's what they're telling her. They're telling her, watch out for him. He's a passport bro. Watch out. Always be suspicious. Trust me, but be suspicious of him because he's a passport bro. I'm a French guy. I'm not here to have sex with women. I'm here to explore. But these black guys, they're here to have sex with women, and that's it. And that's why we got to get rid of the passport bro thing. Because the passport bro thing, translation, it says to them that we're only in this country to have sex. That's what it says. Everyone else is not a passport bro. So they get the benefit of the doubt, even though, and I'm about to do another video about this, even though everybody wants to fuck, man. Everybody wants to fuck. Let's be real about it. Everybody wants to fuck. But we the ones who get the stereotype that that's all we want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I felt like that's what was happening. So, and I felt like that was the whole dispute behind the chair, because it wasn't about a chair. The chair was 2 years old. The chair was $50. I should have checked the chair. I ain't gonna lie. I should have checked the chair when I got in the room and been like, yo, look at your chair. Is it broken? Okay, this is the condition you gave it to me in. And then when I leave, we'll do another audit on the chair, see what the condition is when I leave. Because I sat in the chair for 44 days. You guys seen me sit in the chair. I sat in the chair a long time. There's no way there's no way the chair did not break the whole time I sat in it, and then when I leave, it's broken. And so anyway, I was like, at this point, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna get out of here, go do my thing. I ain't trying to, be Mr. Cool anymore, because I don't really like to be cool. So I left. I got my shit. I left. Oh, and then it was the laundry thing. I didn't tell you about that. So she had the maid come. The maid come once a week, clean up. So I had some laundry. But I was busy. I had to go take care of some things. I was busy. So I asked the maid to do my laundry. And the maid didn't seem to have a problem with it. I was going to pay her. But then I guess the maid went and told her, and I guess she told the maid, don't do it. So then she told me about, don't have the maid doing your laundry. I pay her to do these things, and I don't give her extra for that. And it's not fair for her to go home so late, blah, 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 blah. But I was like thinking I was going to pay the maid, and the maid already does the laundry because she washes my sheets and my pillowcases already. So what's the wrong with her doing my laundry, But again, I think the problem wasn't the maid doing my laundry. The problem was a black man directing a Colombian woman to do domestic chores. That's what the problem was. And so that's why I'm going to talk about how when you deal with these women from South America who speak English, they develop something in their right brain. They develop this feminazi thing. They're not really trying to be domesticated. They're not trying to be. They develop They develop white supremacy, bigotry, prejudice. Because at a certain point, I kid you not, she started talking to me the same way the girl in Brazil started talking to me when I told her, you're cut off. Fuck you. Fuck that shit that you're doing. Fuck those niggas you fucking with. If they ain't got no money, stop fucking with them. But you know what? It's cool. I'm going to give you half now, and you get the rest of the half from whoever the fuck you want. But I'm only going to give you half. I'm not making it easy for you. So you go ask them if they got the other half. And I don't want to hear about why they don't got it. You should not fuck with them if they don't got it, But I noticed that her tone and her temperament was similar to what I've already dealt with from a Portuguese woman who spoke English. Questionably, I'm still not sure about that. But anyway, whatever. But so they learn something when they speak English. I think English is like a spell, a bewitching spell, because it's like, oh, she went into this whole thing about the laundry. I'm gonna show you. Like, it was crazy. Like, what? It's just laundry, it's just laundry. I'll pay her. If it's too late, I'll put her in an Uber. What's the problem? But the problem really wasn't that. It was, and again, this was already after I told her I was leaving early. So you take these other guys coming around, telling her things about me. The French dude, the Colombian dude, the Spanish dude, the Spain dude, telling her things about me. The guy who actually received me, telling her things about me. As a woman, she sees these 4 men from her culture all telling her shit negative about me. And then I'm just, I really have to leave. It's not that I don't want to stay, but I really had to leave. I couldn't get out of it. So then there's that. So she's got that, So all the attitude happened right after I was like, hey, I gotta cut that other month really short by like 3 weeks, That's when she changed her attitude towards me. So I'm not stupid, man. I know what I feel. I know what I feel from people. And I can see people. I really can see people. So I was like, it's not really even that important, because obviously we not really building, right? Like she went out with the French dude. I don't know if she initiated it or what, But, she went out with the French dude. I don't know who initiated or whatever, but she ain't never asked me to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? She had mentioned something about going to a movie at this art house, but that never materialized into anything. Like, she said something about, because I told her I like movies, blah, 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 and she was telling me about this local art house. They show movies, but they're in Spanish, blah, blah, blah. And she was going to set it up, but that never materialized into anything. And I never followed up with it. So anyway, because I was just trying to get to her local production contacts. That's really what I wanted out of her. I really just wanted to get to her local production contacts. Cameramen, soundstage, editors, stuff like that, I really wasn't trying to be like her buddy or date her or anything like that. So the day comes for me to leave. I get my clothes together. I get my bag together. And I just leave. I didn't know something's biting me. I didn't know that I was supposed to make a big grand production about leaving. So I just left. So I just left. So anyway, now I'm back in Hawaii. Because that's what I had to fly back to Hawaii. So I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm grouchy, I'm mad that I had to go back to Hawaii for a little bit of time. I had to spend extra money on tickets. I had to spend money on an Airbnb in Hawaii that's crazy. Wasn't even a good one, but it was, $100 a night is a lot. So I said, so next thing I know, I get a text from her, and she's like, "Oh, I want to talk to you about this and that, and I had to buy a new chair, and I want to talk to you about it and paying for the chair or something like that." And I was like, "Yo, hold up, hard stop. Do not ask me about sending you any money or any conversations about damage off of the Airbnb platform. Don't do that. I'm not playing that game, right? I said, if you have a problem or something's damaged or whatever you want to talk about, let's start it on the Airbnb platform. And don't contact me on my personal number again because I was just a guest in your Airbnb. That part of the interaction is concluded. We're not friends. We're not acquaintances. We're not associates. We're not familiar. We're not nothing. I'm just someone who was renting an Airbnb from you. That's it. That's over with. You don't got the right to fucking talk to me whenever you feel like it about anything. So that's how I felt like it. So that's what I told her. Don't contact me on my personal phone again. Contact me on Airbnb. This is an Airbnb thing. Contact me on Airbnb. So she contacts me on Airbnb, sends me the same message, blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. Then I see the photos. That she sent them of the chair. Man, she literally broke the chair apart. She literally broke the chair. She took the chair. When I swear to God, I think I took a picture of the chair too. When I left, hold on a minute. Let me see, because I think I did took a picture. I think I did take a picture of the chair, just as insurance. Man, I hope I have a picture of this chair. I think I got a picture of it. It might be in this phone, but let me see. I think I got a picture of this chair. But the photos, man, she took the base of the chair and broke it off from the seat. When I left the chair was fine. It was together. But the photo she sent to Airbnb was I sat in it and I fell out of it, which is crazy because if I did that, I probably would have been on live and you guys would have seen it. Because that's really the only time I sat in the chair. It wasn't really a comfortable chair to sit in long term. So, She like literally broke the chair apart. Like it was in, like the photo she sent to Airbnb, the chair was in two pieces. So I was like, man, I was like, whatever. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask her some questions. I asked her some questions. She didn't want to answer them. So I said, you know what? I'm not buying a whole new chair for a chair that probably was already old and broken. So I'm gonna send you the money though. I'm gonna send you the money. I'm gonna send you the money though. So I sent her the money. After I sent her the money, she writes me this whole Bible, berating and arguing and just all kinds of stuff, and she ends it with, "I hope I never meet someone like you again." And I was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "You know what? Oh, you want to play like that? Okay, okay. You want to play like that? Okay. So what do I do, right? How do I get back at her? Okay. I already paid for the chair. She's saying some shit like that, but that's okay. So what I did was, when I left the review, I let people know from her own words. I paraphrased what she said to me. I said, "This is how this host really felt about me. She hit me up off the platform for some money. After I paid her for the damage, then she said Airbnb insurance already gave her the money." See, that's what I'm saying. Airbnb insurance already gave her the money by the time she's asking me for the money on WhatsApp. That's why I wasn't playing that game. You know what I'm saying? So if they gave you the insurance, why are you bothering me about it? You know? If you got paid for it by Airbnb, why are you bothering me about paying for it? So I put all that in the review, and I told people honestly, it wasn't that I had a bad experience with the place. I can't fault the place, but I can fault the experience with the host. I had a bad experience with this host, so beware. And so just left it like that. And I made sure I put the part in when she said, "I hope I never meet someone like you again." You didn't even know me. You went out with the French dude. You was talking Spanish with the Spanish Colombian dude, and you was fucking socializing with the other dude from Spain a little bit whenever you came by. So you never even met me. So I don't know how you talking about you don't want to meet no one like me again. You never met me. When I came to the Airbnb, you had someone else meet me. So what are you talking about? Meet someone like me again. You never met me the first time. And a lot of that is because of the bigotry, the prejudiceness, the white supremacy, the discrimination, all that stuff. She speaks English. I'm going to do a video about that. Why you should avoid Latin women who speak English. Only deal with women who speak Spanish. Learn some Spanish. Don't deal with nobody who speaks English, because they develop this attitude. I don't even understand it, for real. So, anyway, so that's what happened. So I was like, man, this is crazy. I've never had this type of experience before. But I'm starting to see that people are going to be resentful of my success. They're going to be resentful of my travel and success, because it comes at my own expense. It comes under my own terms and conditions. I decide everything. I decide who I let in, who I don't let. Like, I decide where I go, how long I stay, how long I don't stay, where I stay. I decide all that. I have a lot of control over my life, and people don't like to see that. Even here in this little rickety YouTube thing, right? A lot of, I don't even know where half of this bullshit is coming from, because I'm doing what I was told to do. These YouTubers tell you to travel, so I do that. That's what I'm told to do. I'm told to do this shit right here. I'm told to sit here in the airport and wait for flights. This is what I'm told to do. I'm told to be on planes and do. I'm coming from a place I was told to go. I'm coming from the Dominican Republic, and let me tell you something. That airport, Puerto Plata, is extremely difficult to get out of. Like, you really can only fly from JFK to Puerto Plata. Like, you really can only fly from Puerto Plata to JFK, and JFK to Puerto Plata. Hold on a minute. Try to fix this so that it stays up like my little holder. Okay. So you can only fly like that. Puerto Plata is a hard airport to get out of. And I was lucky enough to get a ticket to Miami. I had to do my thing. That's why I tell you my travel hack. I'm not going to tell you here, but my travel hack is that I have my carry-ons so that when it makes the first stop, that's why I don't check my bag. My bags will be in New York and I'm going the other way. That's why I don't mess with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because the ticket they had was going all the way to New York, and I need to go left from Fort Lauderdale. I need to go left. I don't need to go all the way to New York and then all the way back down. That's what they had going on. I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. It was a good ticket price, but I was like, I'm not doing all that. I'll just get off, go to the other airport, get another ticket, and go left. And forget about that one. Just forget about doing all that. Because listen, if I did that, I would be coming back down here at the time. Like, I would be coming right back to this airport. Like, they were going to fly me to Miami, then from Miami to JFK, then from JFK back down here to Fort Lauderdale, then from Fort Lauderdale to the state that I'm going to. It's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that's why I'm trying to get us our own airline. Ooh, I got to tell you about that. We're making progress with our own airline. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about that before we leave today. So that's my Airbnb Hostzilla story. It's awful. Almost, I gave her the fairest rating I could give her, but I really wanted to just tank her so bad. But I was like, nah, I'm just gonna give her a fair rating. Nothing was wrong with the place. Didn't even have hot water. Oh my God, I didn't even tell you about that. Didn't have hot water. I don't know what it is about Colombians and hot water. DR has hot water. My place that I was at in DR, they had hot water. That water was hot. I mean, there was a lot of people staying there. So the girls, they all take hot showers. So you got to take your shower. But when the water was hot, it was hot. I don't know why Colombians don't have hot water. I don't know how they do that shit, man. But I was like, I don't even got hot water. So when it rains, the water is really cold, you know? So, because they use the sun to heat it or some shit like that. I don't know, man. I just can't. So if you guys want to know the only two places in Cartagena that have hot water and are guest friendly, let me know, because I know where they're both at and I can plug you with them. And if you've never been to Cartagena before, you'll never find these places. Most likely you're gonna get stuck with a place that's not guest friendly and doesn't have hot water. So if you're going to Cartagena for the first time, holla at me. I would get you straight. You need hot water and you need it to be guest friendly. I got you, baby. I got you. So anyway, I was yeah, man. So I was just like, you know what? This is too much. This is draining my energy. So I just use her words against her, and that's it. So I got the receipts. I keep the receipts. I keep everything, and you know, we see how it goes from there. Now, this other Airbnb host I had, he was cool. Wilson's cool. That's my hermano. That's my brother. He's cool. He's a funny dude. So I had no problems with this last place. It was actually, he had better rooms. I wasn't really looking that hard because I was just rushing. But he has better rooms. So now I know which room to get when I go back. So when I go back, the room I get next time is gonna be better. It's got a living room and kitchen. Like he had two rooms that had the living room, the kitchen, one bedroom, all that shit, the stove, all that shit, TV, all that shit, man, all that. So, whereas this room was just like a regular room. But it was cool. I didn't need too much, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't trying to do too much anyway. I was trying to just, see what was going on, fill the place out, see if I like it. But and then I found a great place to do WilfCon down the street, the resort that's my mansion. I was Aura maxing. I found this great place. I stayed there for one night. I really might stay there though when I come back because they're doing you get 4 nights, you get a fifth night for free. So if you want that hookup, let me know. And it's cool because when you walk in, it's got a balcony entrance. So when you walk in, you're walking into the room from the balcony. When you walk out the room, you're walking out the room from the balcony right to the pool. It's got a restaurant, a bar, everything, security, everything. So they do 4 nights, one night free. So if I stay for a month, every fourth night is free. I mean, every fifth night is free. So I stay for a month. So that's about like, let me see, that's 30 days in a month. I stay 4 days. The fifth night is free. It's 7 days in a week, so I stay four. It's 7 days in a week. So I pay for. Shit, I got to do the math. I got to do the math. I'm not that good with that type of math. But if I was to do 1 week, I pay for seven. No, I pay for about what, 6 days? The fifth day is free. The seventh day is free. No, 4 days. The fifth day is free, and then I pay for, yeah. So I pay for 6 days. The seventh day is free. So every 6 days I get a day free. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I don't know. I gotta do the chat. Let me do the chat. We don't always do things like that, man. We don't always do things like that. He likes to do his thing, man. We don't really do things like that. I don't follow him around. I told y'all. I don't have. Y'all be thinking I be following him around or something like that, or he be using me to try to get girls, which whatever. I don't even know what that means. Hold on a minute. If I book a room for a month, and every 4 days paid, I get one for free. How many free days do I get? Okay, so I get six free days. So I pay for 24 days. I get 6 days for free. That's not bad. That's not bad. So yeah, I told you guys, man, I can't invite myself on trips. He has to invite me. I can't just say I'm going to Punta Cana too. Don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. Plus, I got other engagements right now. I got family engagements. I got family time now. I got to do some family time because my father's side of the family and my father, I forgot that he hasn't seen me in like maybe 3 years. I don't even know how long it's been. I'm trying to think how long has it been since he last seen me, because he hasn't seen me. I can't even remember it. I hope it hasn't been that long. He hasn't seen me. So, and so they having a family reunion next month. So I got to go to that. So I'm trying to take a little rest. This is gonna be my last flight for a while. As you guys know, I've been flying nonstop. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't seen my father. When did I first go to Thailand? So 2022. Yeah, 2022, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, I haven't seen my dad in like 3 years. That's crazy. I haven't seen my dad in 3 years because the last time he was in Hawaii, I was in Thailand. So I was in Thailand again for the second time. So I haven't seen my dad in 3 years. So that's too long. That's too long to go without seeing my father. So I got a family engagements now. You know, I got family engagements. So I can't, and I'm kind of tired of flying. This is my last flight. It's only 2 hours. At this point, a 2 hour flight's not a big deal for me. So, I'm not trying to go to Punta Cana and, do more stuff. And be honest with you, I'm about to really be honest with you. I'm not even really feeling the whole, I'm not even really feeling the whole going to shenanigans no more thing. I'm trying to do something else. I'm trying to figure some other shit out because I'm not really feeling it no more. It was fun. It was fun. I didn't go as hard in DR as I normally do, but because they different, they way different there than Brazil or Colombia. Like I went hard in Brazil, I went hard in Colombia, I went hard in Thailand, both times. I didn't even go hard in DR because it's not really a lot to do in Sosua, man. It's like the strip in Sosua is no bigger than where I'm at right now in this airport. You can walk around it in a matter of minutes. It's not really like a whole lot to do. But if I do WolfCon in Sosua, it'd be live. It'd be a lot to do. It'd be a lot to do. So I yeah, I'm trying to do something different, I'm trying to do something different, man. So let him go have his fun, Let him go have his fun and he'll be all right, he'll be all right. And then maybe I will see him again. Maybe I will see him again in, I'm thinking maybe I might see him again in Peru or Australia. I might see him again in Peru or Australia because we're going to Australia in December. So that'd probably be the next time I see him would be Australia. So yeah, so we don't really we don't really move like that, man. I keep telling you, I don't really move like that with him. He be doing his own thing. So, and I don't really want to go to Punta Cana anyway. I'm not really doing all that. I go back to DR. I'm about to just go back to my regular spot. I'm about to chill. I got enough numbers. I'm about to chill. I'm not even gonna come outside. I'm about to just take it easy and chill. I can't let DR run me down. DR is a place that's like Thailand, but it'll run you down in a different way. It'll definitely run you down in a different way if you let it. And I can't let that happen. So I can't let that happen. But I think he got somebody going with him because he's supposed to be going somewhere else. So I think he got somebody going with him to Punta Cana. I think he's got a lot of other friends, He's got a lot of other friends. So he got somebody else that he's probably going to Punta Cana with. Or I think he's supposed to bring, I shouldn't tell you this because she might be watching, but he's supposed to bring someone that you guys have seen him with a lot. That's what I'll say. He's supposed to be bringing her. I'm not sure though, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, none of my business, but so no, not gonna happen. But okay, now for the good news. Now that I got that off my chest. Yeah, man, I really think, I definitely feel and I definitely know that they don't like seeing us travel. They don't like seeing brothers travel, man. They don't like seeing us do our thing. They hate it. They hate seeing that. And I don't know, man. I really feel like Colombia's had enough of us. It's funny because I only been there like one time, but I feel like they had enough of us. I didn't ruin it. I only went one time. I couldn't have ruined it. It was ruined before I got there, but they've had enough of us, man. If you understand what's going on in Spain right now, in Barcelona with the Airbnb protests, you're gonna understand what's gonna happen in Medellin soon, and then it just spreads from there. Brazil is gonna become a what's the word? A theocracy, how you say, a religious form of government. That's what Brazil is about to become. The Christian evangelists are taking over, and they're changing. So Brazil about to be off the map as a destination. Good riddance. Good riddance. I don't really like Brazil too much, man. They on some other shit down there. But you know, in Thailand is getting expensive. Everybody's complaining. The Russians are complaining. The Chinese are complaining. Thailand is getting expensive, man. People are complaining. People are upset. You know, people are upset about Thailand. You know what I'm saying? They are upset. So, woo. So anyway, I found this jet. I found this jet. I found this jet, man. It's a Falcon X10. Beautiful, beautiful private jet. I don't know what we're gonna call the airline. We're gonna come up with some name, but it's a beautiful Lear. I wouldn't even call it a Lear jet. It's an airplane. Falcon X10 is big as fuck. It can hold 16 people. We can make a lot of trips in it. State of the art avionics, everything. Price tag 85 million. Price tag 85 million. All around price tag with maintenance and everything and all that stuff for the life of for not the life of the plane, but for like maybe the first 5 years. Not a year price. So the price of the plane is $85 million. Then to do all the stuff you got to do to maintain and fly it is like it comes to like $125 million. Okay? $125 million. But the extra amount is operational cost. I worked it all out with the AI. I'm going to do a formal presentation soon, but I just wanted to share the good news with you guys. So the plane is 85 million. No. The total cost for operations is 125 million, and the plane itself is 85 million. That's to own the plane. You buy the plane outright. So 40 million extra in operation costs. Your maintenance, your pilots, all that other stuff you need to keep it in the air. And I figured out the minimal amount of people we need to buy the plane and everything. We need 5,000 brothers to pony up 25 grand a piece. 25 grand a piece by 5,000 brothers, and we got us a private plane. Now, I know you're thinking, what are we going to do with one plane that can only host 16 people? You don't understand. We buy the plane. We own it. We got equity in it. $85 million of equity in the plane, right? We take that equity and we get a loan on it. We get a loan for $85 million. We take that $85 million and we lease us 3 more planes. Now, of the 3 more planes that we lease, 2 of those planes we run commercially, okay? And so that's how we support our operating costs. And then we have a second plane for the founders, so you can fly. You know, we work out a schedule. A lottery system or something like that. Think of it like a timeshare, but it's an airplane. So you don't gotta sit in the airport like this. We are solving the problem of the layover. Brothers want to move. You know what I'm saying? We start small. We fly from Miami to DR. Maybe we hit Colombia a couple of times a year, right? It's 5,000 brothers. We all take turns. Everybody can't go at the same time, right? Everybody's going to have different times, but the experience of flying on a private jet would be incredible. So understand how it works, right? We fly brothers from Miami to, let's say, DR, right? Drop them off. That's the first trip. It comes back deadhead. Picks up some more brothers, take them to DR, right? That's a deadhead. So it's going to do maybe the first week, maybe 3 flights a day. Take those brothers out of 16 at a time, 3 flights a day, 7 days. to DR. Boom. Now, the next week, when it takes those brothers to DR, it's bringing brothers back. So the deadhead stops after a while. After a while, the plane never comes back empty. So we're constantly moving brothers back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's it. No layovers. Because I'm telling you, Puerto Plata Airport is hard to get to. The only way you're going to get to it is to go to JFK. Newark. If you're not already in New York, you got to fly to Newark. Or you can fly to Miami, but that can be kind of difficult and expensive depending on where you're coming from. And then when you fly to Miami, you then got to fly from Miami to DR. But you have to but if you do that, I recommend, you got to get a round trip ticket anyway. You got to get a round trip ticket anyway because they make you get one. But I highly recommend that you definitely get a round trip ticket because it's going to be too expensive to do it the way I do it, where you don't know how long you're going to stay and you buy one ticket one way. Because this ticket coming back could have been, it should have been $900, but I managed to find a ticket that worked for me. So like right now it's 3 o'clock, so they about to open the counters. So I'm about to go over here and check in for my flight and then go through the gate and then I'm out of here. Last 2-hour flight. I will go to sleep, I wake up, I put my headphones on and we Gucci. So anyway, get the likes up, man. So that's the plan. The plan is to get 5,000 brothers. We're gonna buy our own plane. We're gonna buy one plane, and then we're gonna leverage it and lease 4 planes. So the brothers gonna have 5 planes. Maybe that's what we'll call it, the brothers airline. And then we can move. Zoe don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. I think that's an experience that you would pay for. Oh. So the $25,000 is a one-time thing. So one-time payment, one-time investment actually. You have equity. You have equity in the partnership, the LLC, whatever formation we do, maybe a partnership, and you never have to pay again. So for $25K, you never have to pay to fly again because we'll fly other places too. But right now we'll start off just simple, Then eventually we'll go other places. I am not gonna tell all the places we're gonna go because it's gonna get me in trouble. But we go other places too. But yeah, I think it's a lot of brothers out there who want to have a different travel experience, who want to get off of the back of the bus, who want to get off of the gulag. You know what I'm saying? And the AI tells me it's a substantial amount out there who have 25K. It's a substantial amount out there who have 25K to work with. So that's where we at. That's a nigga? Oh, that's a nigga. Oh my God. This is crazy. That's a nigga with a skinny white boy. It looked like a chick from behind, but it's really a dude with a skinny white boy. It'd be killing me to see skinny dudes with that's not even a woman, but normally it'd be like that though. It'd be skinny dudes with these women who got these voluptuous bodies, and it's like, bro, you're like a small tree. You're like a small tree banging against a rock. You're not doing anything. So, and the cop is following them. Oh, they did something. The cop just walked in. He following them. They did something. Yeah, must have did something because he came in and scoped them out when he was walking over there. So they must have alerted him. That Diddy thing is real. Don't be flying nobody for no sex, man. They gonna get you. That Diddy thing is real. They got posters all over this airport about that. They got posters all over this airport. So anyway, that's the next plan. The next plan is to get this airline off the ground, man. Get us our own private airline. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a big deal, man. Listen, We got to get in the headlines, man. We get in the headlines. The brothers got their own plane. Talk about clout, man. Talk about clout. You want respect? Listen, you want respect? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. 25K, 25K is nothing. A lot of you guys should have that already, at least. If you don't have it, it's only being disciplined and put in away for 25 months. That's it. It's only being disciplined and put in away for 25 months, or I don't know. Maybe you can put away for like 12 months and borrow the other 13. Something like that. But it's not hard to get 25K. It's not hard. It's not hard to get 25K. You know. It's just how disciplined and how serious you want to be in establishing our reputation. If you want to establish our reputation as dominant, then that's what you got to do. And I'm trying to tell you guys, we got to do something. And I'm trying to tell you guys, we got to do something. We got to do something big, man. We either got to start a robotics company, or we got to build our own AI, or we got to start a Formula One racing team, or we got to do something big, man. We not doing nothing big. What are we doing? We running around chasing tail, risking our lives in more ways than one. We're not doing nothing big. We got to do something big. You want to make an impact on the world, not just on YouTube. You want to make. Can you imagine what the optics would look like if brothers are flying around the world in our own private planes, and we all YouTubing and record, like we legitimately own private planes, flying around the world. We're not rappers. We're not entertainers. We're not anything like that. We're not drug dealers, right? We're just regular guys who got organized. Can you imagine what those optics would look like? Be crazy. Be crazy, man. Be crazy. So, if you guys want to go check out the new site, I got the new site up. Where we got the style guide for the big boys, for the fat boys, the big and tall boys. We got the style guide up for you. How to dress in Brazil, Colombia, Thailand, and DR, the color palette. And we're selling those ensembles. The website is thewinnercircle.world. The winners with an S circle.world. Thewinnercircle.world. Winners with an S. And go check it out. Go check out the new site. Tell me what you think. And we're doing something big over there where for $25,000 we're giving you clothes for your rest of your life. You never got to buy clothes again. You pay $25,000 and we're going to give you clothes for the rest of your life. No shit. $25,000 and you get clothes for the rest of your life, So that's what we're doing over there with that, with the Winner Circle. No shit. $25,000, you get a lifetime supply of clothes. I mean, it's timed, so it's every 8 months, I think. Every 8 months, we give you a fresh wardrobe for the rest of your life. But it's $25,000. And we give you a fresh wardrobe for the rest of your life. And the new ensemble is going to consist of pants, similar to the pants I have on right now. The polo, the same polo I have over here. And a Harrington style jacket. It's a fresh look. Oh, and socks, and underwear, and t-shirt, undershirt, under t-shirt. It's gonna be crazy, man. It is going to be an insane ensemble, and you're gonna get 30. You're gonna get 30 outfits. You're gonna get enough outfits to wear for 30 days, all coordinated with colors and everything. So, and then you get a version to wear in Brazil. You get a version to wear in Thailand. You get a version to wear in Colombia. You get a version to wear in DR, night and day. But you have a different version for the nighttime than you do for the daytime, a different and vice versa. So that's what we're doing. Coming out hard like that. I gotta really step it up, you know. I gotta step it up. So those are my plans. And then I'm working on some other little projects on the side. Working on some other little projects on the side, but that's like my main project, you know, because that's the one that, like, if I can get everyone brought in and I can dress the world, I'll be the richest man in the universe. Shit, I can dress the world. Like, nobody is really dressing the world. The reality of it is that the way clothes are manufactured right now is set to either end or dramatically take another direction by 2030. So all I got to do is just be around by 2030, and my business model becomes hot. Because by 2030, there's some changes that are going to happen that have to happen. If they don't happen, we won't even have a planet to live on. You saw how the floods kill people. The floods in Texas, I think, people died and all these things, the wildfires and this. All of that is because of the climate. All of that is because of the excess of manufacturing and the warming of the planet and the melting of the Arctic and all of this is because of, like, not all of it is because of clothes, but clothing manufacturing accounts for 40% of these problems. So California already passed a law that I can make millions off of. So other states are going to be following suit also. So, you know, so that's why I'm just focused on this, really, on this clothing brand and the manufacturing aspect of it. And we got a great new tool coming out. It's going to be like the Uber of fashion brand. Basically, put everybody in business, automated. So you don't have to talk to me. You don't have to talk to me no more to start your clothing brand. It's just automated. And you're like, with this Printful, there's this, that. No, it's not like that, because Printful only delivers certain apparel. We can deliver all apparel. There's only certain things Printful delivers, but it's already like pre-made stuff. But we can deliver all apparel. All apparel. And you don't have to buy any inventory. See, with Printful, you have to either buy your inventory or you have to buy a sample or convince people to do something and, you know, to show them what they're going to get. With us, you don't have to buy any inventory. That's always been our strongest thing, is we have no minimum order as the manufacturer. You can order one piece, you can sell 1,000 pieces, but you don't do anything until you sell the clothing. So, but all right, that's all I got for today, guys. Let me go get ready for this flight. I told you the time was going to go by quick, right? I told you. I done had breakfast. I done told you guys a great story. Oh, I got to put up my other site, too. I got to put up my own private Patreon. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that this month while I take a break. Because I've been traveling for like 66 days straight, 67 days straight. I need a break. I can't wait to go and relax, take it easy for a little bit. This is like a vacation. I'm actually taking a vacation from all the vacationing and taking a vacation from the YouTube. It's crazy right now. Y'all not going to kill me with this shit, man. Is that like I don't even want to start that, but it's like, it's crazy, because I was just telling Zoe the other day, like, I didn't sign up for any of this, man. I don't know why these guys is on my back. I didn't sign up for any of this. I have no idea why these guys are on my back. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm traveling. I'm doing it under my own dime. I'm having fun. I'm exploring. I'm having experiences. I'm sharing those experiences with you as best I can. So I don't understand why these guys are on my back, like literally on my back about everything. Either I'm at home, it's a problem. I'm traveling, it's a problem. I'm not with Zoe, it's a problem. I'm with Zoe, it's a problem. I'm with a girl, it's a problem. I'm not with a girl, it's a problem. It's like they just on my back. It's like they try, like they go from one position to the other. You know, trying to gain some type of leverage, I guess, or inflict what they believe to be some type of harm, or I'm not really quite sure. I'm just not really quite sure what it is they think they're going to accomplish, but it's not going to work. I can tell you that. Whatever they think they're doing, it's not going to work. Therein lies the problem. People would say I'm overconfident. I'm definitely persistent. I may not be overconfident, definitely persistent. But these guys are overconfident because you cannot. The person who is the target. If you think about it like this, the person who is the target is telling them, you might as well just give up. It's not going to ever work. And in their mind, they're like, yeah, it's going to work. Yeah, it's going to work. One day. We'll do this for the next 30 years if we have to. Bro, you could do it. Your kids can do it. It's never going to work. It's never going to work on me. I'm so serious. But they're so overconfident that doesn't convince them. The person who is the target is, and my bite is worse than my bark. So I'm biting back. And I'm barking. So I'm like, what are you talking about? This little shit gonna work. This shit ain't gonna work. But I noticed that there is a little conspiracy going on. I can't do nothing about that. There's a little conspiracy. But soon I'm gonna be out of your reach. And then they're gonna be like, come back, Travel Wolf. No, Travel Wolf, look out for us. Help us, Travel Wolf. How you gonna forget about us? We made you. Nah, nigga, nah. Y'all had your chance. Soon I'm gonna be out of your reach. Y'all had your chance. Y'all decided to align yourselves with the people that you wanted to align yourselves with. And that's a behavior. That's a behavior that you got to live with. You know, I can't do nothing about that. Let me put my shirt on. Put my shirt on. So anyway, all right, let's get this show on the road. It's early morning now, and we almost halfway through the day. I'm gonna go shoot some guns with my cousin. Oh no, I'm gonna go shoot some guns with my brother-in-law. I mean, well, my cousin-in-law. I don't know. What is it? What is your cousin's? What is your cousin's? Well, he's like her ex-husband though, but he like to shoot shotguns. We're gonna go shoot some shotguns today in the backyard. Bust some caps. I gotta get my cap game up. I gotta go get me a pistol. I gotta go get me a pistol and an AR-15. Go get me a pistol and some other stuff. Bust a cap. I'm going to a state where they sell firearms like bubblegum. Yeah, let me get a $20 of gas, a Slurpee, and that Glock 19 over there. And a pack of King Cobra bullets. A pack of Talons. They sell the guns like you buying bubblegum in this state that I'm going to. It's crazy because in Florida, they telling people, make sure you check their carry-on for firearms. I'm like, they know they ain't forget. They just trying to be slick, man. They know they ain't forget, but it's crazy. That's crazy right there, man. That's crazy. They coming in here like that. It's crazy. So, all right, guys. Thank you for joining me. What are y'all doing up this late anyway? What are y'all doing up this late at night? Where y'all at? Work? Don't y'all gotta go to work? Y'all at work right now? What y'all doing? Y'all with a lady? Y'all in America? You're in another country? I hope that you're in another country, wrapped around a beautiful bonita, and you got an amazing Wednesday planned, you know, or an amazing weekend. So, but all right, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who commented and gave me engagement. If you want to support the channel, the PayPal is paypal.me/the travel wolf. That's WILF. Donations in the amount of $100 and above are appreciated. The Cash App is Leave Feedback. That's Leave Feedback that's feed with two E's back. Okay, donations of $100 and above are appreciated. We don't do anything less than $100. All right, we're not with that. We're not with that short change. Okay, we trying to achieve some things. So, and I know y'all got it. I don't know why y'all be playing. I know y'all got it. Y'all be trying to be cheap. What you holding on to it for? You know, trust me. Even if you get out the country, it's still not enough. Trust me, it's still not enough. Even if you get out the country, the amount you leave with, if you ain't leaving the country with 10K, it's not gonna be enough. It's just not. It's too many things that go wrong. the, the most you gonna get shook down for. Worst case scenario, the most you're gonna get shook down for is a rack, is a yard, is $1,000. That's the most you're gonna get shook down for, and you better have it. So if you're leaving with anything less than 10K, you're not gonna have it, man. Because if you're new to this and you don't know what you're doing, and you ain't get the game, you ain't do the consultation, and you ain't get the game, what's most likely gonna happen is right towards the end of your trip, you're gonna get shook down, short, and they gonna scare the shit out of you, and laugh. They ain't gonna kill you, but they gonna scare the shit out of you, though. You know. And you know, you're gonna be like that NYC dude. I need hope, Susua. Looking all crazy and scared. That nigga talking all that shit. That nigga NYC's the clown, B. He talk all that shit, but that chica had that nigga shook, right? Can we agree? That chica had that nigga shook. He talk all that tough guy shit. No. But that chica had you shook, nigga. You was... No, I don't want to go to jail. No, I ain't do nothing. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. How much I gotta pay you, man? Man, listen. I should have went to the room. Where that happened at and draw like a chalk outline of him on the floor. Because that's where he got murdered at. That chica murdered him that day. And y'all still fucking with this nigga. Y'all still talking about we can manipulate him and use him, and what we gonna do is get him to go somewhere, and then don't send no more money until he does what we want. What we want, and in effect, stranding him, basically, in effect, extorting him, because you're not gonna send him no money until he does what you want, until he goes where you want and does what you want. That's crazy. But you don't really want a traveler. You guys don't really want a traveler. What you guys want is a puppet. You want a puppet. You want someone to bring you zany entertainment at their own risk. That's what you really want. You don't really want a traveler. You know? Just be honest about that. You want to use this dude, and he's willing to let you do it, because he's a bit slow, right? He's a bit slow. Let's be honest. He's a bit slow. He's mentally impaired, and he's willing to let you use him at his own peril. Let's just be honest about that. You know, I see it for what it is, but the truth is, nigga, don't come on here talking tough when you get shook by chicas. Can't nobody come on here talking tough when you getting robbed for your chains and you getting shaken down by chicas. You can't come on YouTube talking tough. Not when there's evidence of you getting shook down or getting robbed and we see how you act. We know you're not tough, man. We know you're not still. Listen, man, listen, I'm telling you, man. Oh, man. Y'all don't gotta believe me, but Zoe know me. Zoe be having to pull me back. Zoe be having to hold me back. Zoe know me. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. See, we ain't even tell y'all that day at Sosua Beach. That's a whole nother story time. All right, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that when I land. I gotta go. This phone about to die, but that day at Sosua Beach, when I got my hair did and we was eating and all that, yo, they charged us $50 for that fish. They charged us $50 for one 3-pound fish. They claim it was 3 pounds. I don't know. But they charged us $50 for one fish. Basically, that day at the beach, the meal that me and him had with the rice and beans and the salad and the 3-pound fish and a couple of drinks, that meal came to $100. So we split it between the both of us. But just the fish by itself was $50. And let me tell you something. I was upset.
Hey. Oh, I thought you was somebody who worked here, bro. My bad.
I was upset. Okay? I was so upset. And I let them know I was upset about that. Because I was like, yo, I could understand if you're going to throw some lobsters in. Or I could understand if it was chalilla and sea bass. But this is snapper, B. Listen, I do this. Nowhere on the planet is snapper any pound. And it wasn't really like a super big snapper. But nowhere on the planet is snapper any pound. $50. Nowhere on the planet. And I told the dude, I said, yo, let's be honest. I know you ain't tray the whole fish. You cut up a couple of pieces and you kept some of the fish for yourself. I know that. I didn't mind that. I didn't have a problem with that. But don't tell me you gave me the whole fish. Because you didn't. So I'm going to do a video about that. Now that I'm not there. Because yo, let me tell you, I was going in. It was getting heated. And I was going in. And, you know, I was already taking it personal. But they was getting a little bit upset, which I didn't care. But, you know, Zoe had to pull me back. But I was like, you know what? That's what happens. That's what happens. That's why I hate the beach. I hate the beach in these countries because they always ripping you off. They do it in Colombia at Hollywood Beach. They do it in Brazil sometimes, Copacabana Beach. You know, now it happened to me in DR. They don't do it in Thailand though. They don't rip you off in Thailand. But I've been ripped off in a couple of beaches in my life. Ripped off. And it wasn't about the money, because we paid. You know, it wasn't about the money. What it was about was the principle. It was like, I don't like that these people just think that they can do whatever they want to us, treat us however they want, cheat us, and then we just supposed to accept it. We not supposed to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I'm not with that. I'm not with that, B. I'm not with that one bit. So, I mean, he was like, you know, I'm going to tell you the whole story, though. I'm going to tell you the whole story. So, you know, I'm going to tell you the whole story, but I already knew I kind of felt it was coming, but I was like, $50 for a fish? Man, no fish is worth $50. What fish is worth $50? Oh, my God. And then, here go the crazy thing. I don't want to tell you the whole story, though, but you know the other beach club we went to in Capriati, that beach club, they had snapper on the menu, and they had it listed by the pound. And their 3-pound snapper was like, I think $30. So Sosua Beach, dirty, boring, not much going on, water nasty. Charged us for a red snapper $50. The beach club in Caparete, which is way more fancy, way more exclusive. You can go in the water, nice beach, a lot of stuff going on, upscale music, no begging, all of that. They would charge you $30 for a 3-pound snapper. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm tired of these people taking advantage of me and trying to use me to make up for their losses. I'm tired of it. You know? That just killed my whole fucking day. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about it for now. I'm gonna do a whole video about it later. It was crazy. I'm gonna call it the goldfish. Solid goldfish or some shit like that. 24K fish. $50 for a fish. That shit was crazy. But I'm gonna leave out the part about where and the details because I don't want to really cause too many issues, you know, because they really was about to go to blows, man. They was really about to go to blows with me because I was like telling everybody on the beach. I was explaining it to everybody, like, man, come on, I'll do this, nigga. How you gonna tell me the fish is $50, man? You crazy. All right, let me get out of here, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.